Welcome back to Dubai Business Diaries, the podcast where we explore what it really takes to build a career and business in one of the world's most dynamic cities. Dubai is a place where global ambition meets local opportunity and where people from around the world find the space to create, lead, and make an impact across industries. Today, we are diving into what it means to lead international expansion, build bridges between cultures, and champion a community while growing successful operations in the Middle East. Our guest today is Arturo Manso, a highly respected Spanish executive and community leader who has been a visible force in supporting the Spanish-speaking community in the UAE since his arrival. Arturo is the regional CEO for the Middle East at TEKA, the leading German kitchen appliance manufacturer, and a recognized ambassador of Marca España with over 30 years of international leadership across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Arturo began his career in the technical field, working with global companies like SEGA in London and FURUNO in Japan and Spain. After earning his MBA from IE Business School, he transitioned into management roles in sales, marketing, and general operations, including serving as country manager for PTC in Portugal. Since relocating to Dubai in 2002, Arturo has been a key figure in strengthening the Spanish business presence in the region. He founded the Spanish Business Council, established Aruro's Middle East, part of the TIPSA group, for example, and launched the IE Business School office in the UAE. Arturo is also the owner of El Correo del Golfo, the leading Spanish language newspaper in the Gulf, providing a vital connection point for the Spanish-speaking community in the region. In addition, he serves on the board of directors of the Spanish School of Abu Dhabi under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Arturo is widely recognized for his ability to connect cultures, grow international operations, and support Spanish-speaking professionals and companies in the UAE and beyond, embodying what it means to lead with purpose in Dubai's diverse and fast-moving environment. Arturo, I am so happy and so honored that you are with me today. How are you?
Very good morning. With such presentation, is that me really? Wow.
I guarantee you. And honestly, I had to do so many summary cuts.
I really like it when you say highly respected person. So, wow.
You've been here for 20 years. I've been here for 16 years. And from the very beginning, I must say that you've been someone I have admired from the very beginning that helped me in making my decision to stay. And I admire you. You are someone to look up to. So it is you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. But many people are watching us today. They will admire you by the end of the episode today. But tell us, let's start from the very beginning. How did you get to Dubai? What brought you to Dubai?
At that time, 24 years ago, because I'm here 24 years, I was the export manager of a company where I'm working now as a CEO for the region in the company TEKA. And I was coming to this part of the world within the areas of my responsibility. And every time I came to this part, I visit Saudi, I visit Qatar, Bahrain, when at that time the people didn't know very well what was Bahrain or Qatar. And every time I came to the UAE, to be precise, to Dubai, I saw that something was happening. So I started to be a little bit interested in why these changes and why this happening in Dubai. I saw the plans. At that time was the plan 2010, 2020, what was looking like. And when I saw it, I said, wow, I mean, if this is happening, this is going to be. So I consider that will be interesting for my company to establish our operations here. And I proposed to the president of the company to open a a subsidiary here. So this is why I came here to Dubai.
So it came from you,
It came from me, and I remember that the president told me, okay, I like the plan after we presented to the board and everything. And then he said, now we need to find a person to lead the project. And I remember I said, well, if the conditions are good, I am ready to go. And then I remember he said, Manso, really? Are you ready to go there? Yeah, I'm ready. If the conditions say, let's negotiate it now. I said, no, well, we need to think. No, let's negotiate it now. And then on the spot, we negotiate the conditions. And the contract was to come to Dubai 2 years, extensible to 3 if I wanted. And now we are not 3, but 23.
23 years. So yes, exactly. That was what I was going to get into. You were coming, but you really didn't know how it would go. You could have moved here and feel comfortable or not feel comfortable. Do you remember that moment when you felt Dubai was going to be your home for the long run?
Before I decide I proposed the plan to establish our company here, I already was coming to this part of the world as a sport manager. So I knew the region. There was not a surprise. There was not something very new to come here. So most of the things I was already expecting. So there was not something really that, oh, wow, this I didn't know this and I don't think I can match with this part of the world. So I knew the region. So it was very much predicted, let's put it in this way.
No, some people come and one thing is traveling in and out, and another thing for many people, once you establish here. So for you was more or less what you expected. So there were no significant changes. So you came to the UAE, and from the very beginning, since I know you, I know you've been very supportive of the Spanish-speaking community. What motivated you to set up the Spanish Business Council?
When I was here in 2002, 2003, I saw that many countries, they have something called Business Council. And I used to attend their gatherings, their galas or their networkings. And I was thinking, why Spain? We don't have it. I mean, we are Spanish. We are as important country as Italy or Germany or whatever. This is my passion, okay, as you can see, for Spain. And then I got in touch with a good friend of mine. It was one of the first persons I met when I came to Dubai, which is Ottavia Molinari, the president of the Italian Business Council. And then I told her, Ottavia, how did you create your Italian Business Council? And then she gave me a lot of guidelines and she teach me how to do it. And from that point, I got in touch with some Spanish friends that they were here, with different Spanish companies. And I proposed, why we don't create something like other countries they have? We are an important country in Europe. We should have a business council, a Spanish business council. And of course, with the support of the embassy and the Spanish commercial office, we start and we create 20 years ago, but because this was in 2005, we created the Spanish Business Council.
Just to give a little bit of perspective and out of the script, do you remember how many Spaniards were in Dubai, in the UAE, when you first founded the Spanish Business Council?
Yeah, we were 1,800.
1,800. Are you aware of how many Spaniards we are today?
We are about 15,000 now.
15,000. So big jump.
Not everyone registered at the Spanish embassy, what it should be. But about 15,000, about 10,000 registered at the Spanish embassy.
Yeah, this is very important to encourage people to register, because when they need it, they realize it may be too late to benefit of so many incentives that you get as a Spaniard living abroad. Very
important and very convenient. Very convenient for as a Spaniard. It is very good to be registered in the...
Correct. So just a reminder.
So you have to register in the Spanish embassy, if you are Spanish, of course.
Now, you've done so many things within the Spanish community. How did the idea to get involved in El Correo del Golfo come about?
The Correo del Golfo, it was not my idea. I was not the founder of the Correo del Golfo. It was Rafael Pérez Unquiles. He came here and he started with it. And after 1.5 years, 2 years, he approached to me and he said, look, Arturo, this is the initiative I took and this, but from the point of view of financially speaking, I mean, it's not sustainable. So he offers me to participate in Correo del Golfo, and then I bought El Correo del Golfo. At that time, I did it for not from the business point of view, but more from a perspective of Marca España. I mean, call me romantic if you want, and by the way, the newspapers are not a business at all.
What is the role that you think it plays for the Spanish-speaking community?
El Correo del Golfo, I think, has two main roles. One, of course, is to be like a window for those who are living not only in the UAE, but outside of the UAE, and wants to know what is going on here. They want to know it in Spanish, because there are other ways to know it, but in English. But we have, for example, 250,000 readers from Spain, 60,000 from Mexico, 50,000 from Venezuela, 40,000 from Chile, and of course, around 70,000 here from the UAE. So El Correo del Golfo is really a window for all these people that, for whatever reasons, they have interest to know what is going on here. People who is outside of the UAE, maybe they have parents, relatives, or they have interest to work here. And the people living here in the UAE, of course, to know what is happening. And also, there are many initiatives that we are doing from El Correo del Golfo, like gatherings, like social, where it's an opportunity for them to do networking, to connect with people, for the newcomers, for the people who is just coming to the UAE, to get in touch with a lot of people. So this is one of the main roles of El Correo del Golfo. And the other one, of course, is to spread the Spanish language, which is one of the main things that why I got involved and why I'm the owner of the newspaper, and still working on that after 11 or 12 years that we have already.
I must thank you, because the communities here look after each other and look for each other. Spaniards look for Spaniards. Also, we gather in terms of language, but it's a place that it happens in the UAE. We gather by community. And as I was thanking you at the beginning, I still remember the gatherings that you used to organize as the Spanish Business Council in Barasti, the last Tuesday of every month.
Yeah.
And I was having a rough time. I was looking for a job because I didn't come here with a dream job. And I remember I was sharing with you, I don't have a job yet. You're going to find a job. You're going to do good, you know? And I said, well, and it gave me that community support. It gave me that push to just wait a little bit longer. And here we are. So thank you for that.
I think, welcome. Appreciate it. That was, one of the initiatives, the Spanish Business Council, when I was there. It works very well because, as you said, it was a meeting point for the people that is already here, but they want to reconnect with the people that is here and they don't see since a long time ago. But especially for the people that is just arrived to the UAE and they want to know where to live, where to buy the car, what medical insurance or whatever, or where to establish their company, or they just want to know people, where they are going to take their kids, what the school or whatever. And this is something really very valuable, very valuable. And now we are doing that with El Correo del Golfo. So, and as you know very well,
it's on my list. I see that you're having great success.
Yes. Every time we are having 400, 500 people, and it's completely casual and free of charge. And there is no. It's just to have a nice time there. Every first Friday of every month. So.
It's on my list. As you know, now I'm a mommy of two and they are still relatively young. So those hours, before I was everywhere, now I'm nowhere. But I will. I need to experience the social event of El Correo. So.
You have to. First Friday of every month.
But after summer, yeah?
After summer, yeah. Correct.
Okay. Very nicely. September it is. Or October, the first time back. So Spanish Business Council, El Correo, but you have also contributed to a couple of educational programs. One I can think of is the Spanish School in Abu Dhabi. What motivated you to participate and contribute?
well, the Spanish School of Abu Dhabi, I'm only the member of the board. Of a board. My role there is very small, but yeah, and the thing is linked also to the reason why I'm in Correo del Golfo, because I think the language, Spanish language, is very important to spread it out, and I think also personally that the languages are a very important part of the CV, or let's say of education of a person. And I consider that languages provide an extra point or a plus point in the CV.
No, and it's great. Maybe as a member of the board, a recommendation is maybe to expand into other Emirates. As a mother of 2 kids, you realize that your kids speak as Guiris.
Yeah.
And I think that many parents, Spaniards, will have the same feeling. My kids speak English better than Spanish. So I think contributions like this may help.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think the job that the Spanish School of Abu Dhabi is doing is great. It's the only school that has the accreditation from the Ministry of Education of Spain. So you can study Spanish with the Spanish curriculum. So it is a great initiative from His Highness. And yeah, maybe in the future we can extend it to other Emirates.
It's great business education, I believe, in the UAE. Also, and very tied to it, because IE Business School, you were part of their beginnings here in the UAE. And I must say, IE is extremely popular among UAE residents.
Yeah.
To go to, so they are both very connected.
I set up the office of IE. I studied in IE and I was a president of alumni here in the region. So I saw that there was potential for the people in this part of the world to do an MBA in a very well-reputed institution or education. And I went to the IE and I remember I proposed to Diego Alcázar, father, and Martínez Dirujo. I told them I'm living in Dubai, and I think it's a very good place to establish an office of IE and to promote the MBA programs as well. University. At that time, the University of IE was starting, or even started a little bit later, because I established the IE office in 2007. And from 2007 until 2012, we had a very good development. Gonzalo Gaspar was on the front of this development, and after 7-8 years, we become the second biggest office of IE in the world. And today, IE office in Dubai is one of the biggest regional offices of the world, not only for the UAE but for the region. So I really feel very satisfied myself of this project. Yeah.
Congrats, because that's vision. That's
thank you.
The Spanish Business Council, the IE, you have great vision, but not only education and leading the Spanish community, also from education to professional initiatives to industrial engineering. You are also part of the Rauros, setting up in the UAE, and also projects like the maintenance of roads in the UAE.
Yeah. Okay, this is a completely different field, as you say. This is roads maintenance, or engineering road maintenance. That is a story to tell, really. Also, the ambassador, José Eugenio Salarich, will be a part of that story as well. And of course, Fernando Valera, which is the person who came to Dubai around 2007, something like that, all right? And he was the founder of Rauros, an engineering company for roads maintenance. And he approached to me and he said, I think we could implement our services or offer our services here for the roads of the UAE or whatever. And he asked me, I would like to partnership with you, because he was, let's say, the technical part, and I was more in the strategic. And well, I went to Madrid to see and to understand about the company and about the services and everything. I have to say that I learned a lot. Fernando teach me a lot of things. I'm very satisfied of the things I learned about roads, about the roads engineering. And yes, after 7 years or 6 years, in the way that we say in Spain, picando con pico y pala, working very hard. After 6 years, we got the contract from the Ministry of Public Works of the UAE to take care of maintenance of all the federal roads of UAE. So that was also another big achievement for a Spanish company. Again, one more stone or one more step in the Marca España in the UAE. Very good.
No, it doesn't surprise me after having spoken with you for a few minutes, because I've been watching your pin. I know we had a little discussion before we started, so I know what it is. And you so deserve that pin after knowing how much you have elevated Marca España in the UAE. So can you please explain to those listening to us what the pin you are carrying is, please?
Good. This pin is, I will say in Spanish, but it's la Cruz de Oficial al Mérito Civil. This was given me by the King of Spain as a knighthood, as a recognition of the things I did for the country of Spain, or in the benefit of the country of Spain and the Marca España. So, yeah, this is for me, well, was completely unexpected, and was last year, November last year, when I had the honor to receive this great distinction in Abu Dhabi from the ambassador Íñigo de Palacio. And for me was, as you can imagine, for me and my family, the best retribution, if we can say like that, and the best recognition to all these 24 years doing things for the companies and for the individuals, helping them to establish their business or helping them to establish themselves. So there are things in the world that you cannot pay with money, you know?
Of course.
This is one of these. This is one of them. You cannot pay with money the satisfaction and the honor of receiving such distinction.
Of being recognized.
Yes.
So, congratulations.
Thank you very much, because I really feel very proud of it.
Well done and deserved.
Thank you.
So I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Now, let's move a little bit into your career journey and international leadership. You've worked across Europe, Asia, and Middle East. What differences have you found in leading teams and operations in Dubai compared to other regions?
Good question. And very easy to answer, because this part of the world has one main difference to others, which is the diversity. The big number of nationalities, different nationalities and different cultures. It made completely different the way you have to manage or you have to lead the teams. So, and for those who are listening me or listen us now, and they are planning to establish a company here, I will say this is the most difficult part of the project. And that was the most difficult part for me, the most difficult part of this project I started with TEKA, because the approach is very different depending of the nationality of a person. So in other countries, majority of the people is probably local from the country or from similar countries, like in Spain now, for example, there is a lot of people from Latin America. But let's say in terms of mindset, they could be similar. But in this part of the world, no. In this part of the world, you can work with many different nationalities. And really, this makes very tough the management and the leading of the teams. And of course, at the same time, makes you, let's say, great if you are able to success, because this is really a very tough task. And it's a real challenge. It's a real challenge. Yes, as an example, in the school of my kids, I have 5 kids. Well, they are not now in the school anymore. They are big. But one day, I remember my daughter, Lina, told me, look, Papa, the flags. And in the entrance of the school, there was 82 flags hanging up from the roof, because there was 82 nationalities in the school. So if
Imagine.
there are 82 nationalities in the school, in the country there are many more. So this is UAE.
Yeah, I guess. And I guess listening to you, I think motivation. What motivates a Spaniard may not motivate an Indian, for example. So in terms of motivation, it's true you need to become creative.
Very much.
Or at least knowledgeable. Yeah?
Very much, very much. I think you define it very well with the word creative. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking by listening to you.
And very respectful, because sometimes whatever is something that you really don't understand and think that how is that for other nationalities is something that untouchable. I have many experiences, as you can imagine, that I'm not going to tell you, of course. And but many experiences wherever I found myself like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But this is the main challenge from my point of view.
I know you will not share details, but as a Spaniard coming here in Spain, for example, it's very normal to scream or to say whatever comes to your mind, and people expect that it's just a flash coming in and out, and then everything goes back to normal. But here, the culture is very educated, so you have to be extremely educated at all times, right? To manage people. At least that's my.
Not really. I mean, because there are so many different cultures.
Yeah.
And not all of them are not screaming, or not all of them are quiet, or not all of them are that saying yes whenever they don't understand anything, or there are different ways. So you are not the only one that are different. I mean, I am different. I am let's say I'm the typical Spanish, let's put it like that. Or maybe not, because since I am 20 years old, I've been living outside of Spain in different countries. So I got and I learned and I got the culture from the different places. So maybe I'm not the typical Spanish, of course, but I'm not the only different. There are also, there are Arabs from here, but there are Arabs from other countries, which are very different. There are Asians, there are Westerners. It's not the same, the people from Europe than the people from South Africa, Australia, or New Zealand. So different cultures requires, let's say, to be very flexible, very understandable. This is what I will say.
So that's probably your adaptability, flexibility, and attention to this, probably the key factors in adjusting to this competitive and diverse market. You do so many things. How do you balance yourself? You're in the board of the Spanish school. You lead very competitive TEKA. You are the owner of the Correo. How do you balance yourself?
Very simple. Having a good teams. Whenever you have good teams, you can do many things. You can create many things. You can think and define strategies. Whenever you have a good teams, you have the time and you have the motivation and you have the capabilities or the possibilities to do that, to think in new projects, new challenges. And but you need to have very good team. And this is also linked to what we were talking about before, the human resources. This is the most important part for the success. You can be Superman, but if you don't have a good team, nothing. You are nothing, and you will not reach anywhere. Or you can reach somewhere, but just for short term. So the team is the key of success. And of course, you are also part of the development of the team. So it is both. It's like the captain of the boat and the crew. And commenting what you said before, you say you have to adapt to the situation. That is correct. I am the one who has to adapt to them. It's not like you are coming here, you are leading the team, and they adapt to you. That is impossible. Whenever it's one nationality, maybe. Whenever you are having 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 nationalities in your team, no, you are the one who has to adapt to them. So this is a key factor as well, adaptability, as you said before.
This is for another podcast.
Yeah.
This is for another I have my comments on that. But what is one mistake or challenge that has taught you a big lesson while in Dubai?
Mistakes, many. Which one to choose that will not look very bad? This is the question. But one important part that is key for the success is to choose the right partner. And in this part of the world, partners are very important. At that time, sponsors, as you know, were a must if you have to create here a company. I have to say I'm very lucky because I had the best partner in the UAE, which is my dear friend Sultan Al Mansouri, who was the Minister of Economy of a country, among other things. So in this regard, fantastic. But in other parts, in other countries in the area, which I am also responsible, I had some difficulties with some partners. And choosing the right partner, again, for those who are listening to me, take the necessary time and don't worry, spend the necessary amount of money to choose the right partner. Because if you don't have the right partner, you can suffer a lot. You can really suffer a lot. Not only that you are not going to do the business that you expect to do, but you will suffer. You will suffer. So, right partner is one of the things that I consider critical. And I can say that sometimes I didn't choose the right partner.
This is an important note to those newcomers coming to the UAE. Sometimes from the legal side, they are offered partnerships, they are offered projects. So just a little word of caution as well, especially to people
Very
that
much.
don't know the region.
Very much. And this is one from the business perspective. And another part in this aspect of a partner is to be well advised by an advisor like you, like your company, to have the corresponding proper contracts and proper protections. Not because you're trying to get everything and take everything from the partner. No, on the contrary, for you and your partner to be comfortable with the agreement. And when the things will not go as both of you expected or as you expected, maybe only one part, to make the way out easy, smooth, and without problems. So a very good legal advisor, it's also a key.
It's very good. I will add on this. If you have one or two lawyers at the beginning, will avoid many lawyers later on. So people, including couples, when they are going to get married, they try to avoid prenups, for example. It's an example. But in my experience, my humble experience, people do not agree on anything, be it in the personal field or in the corporate field, once things start to get rocky. So the best way to save relationships is to talk about things in advance.
I think it's a must. This should be in...
and this is, of course, a general advice. Of course, happy to help, but an advisor, anyone.
Is a must for someone who is planning to come to this part of the world and to start his setup or to start in the business or whatever. A very good and very professional advisor, it is a must. A must.
What is one myth about doing business in Dubai that you would like to debunk?
It was necessary to have sponsors for the companies. And I think there are two myths in this regard. And one is that sponsors, they don't do anything, which in majority of the cases is like that. And it is fine. If you don't need his support, his advice, or his interfering in your business is the best thing you can do. But in other cases, yeah, there are sponsors that they are active and they are good. And in the other way, also that some people think, oh, okay, I go there, I have a very nice sponsor on the top, whatever, and with this position or this, the friend of whatever, or this and that, and I will start to get so many business. Wrong, completely wrong. If you have, and again, I'm not talking because I didn't have a good sponsor. Again, I had the best sponsor, but I saw many companies, many friends struggling because the sponsor, or just very frustrated because they didn't fulfill their expectations. They thought having a top sponsor paying a lot of money, they were thinking the sponsor will do their job, and obviously it's not like that.
And usually those sponsors used to have how many companies, they didn't have the time to do much for. But this is part of doing things without really knowing Dubai and the UAE.
Yeah.
So, and usually problems come when you don't know and you believe it's going to be in a certain way and you act based on those assumptions. Yeah.
Sure. Look, when I came here, there was no companies there was no legal advisors or companies that was doing the setup of the companies and this and that. So unfortunately for me, I had to spend the time doing these things. What kind of a sponsor, how to establish my company, what kind of license I have to use, free zone, not free zone, etc., etc. A lot of work that makes me to spend a lot of time. Obviously, thanks to that, I learned so many things, and I could advise to so many companies because I have to do that work. But today, there are many options for a company that is coming here to have a good advice and to have the basis of what you should and what you should not do. And again, if I come in today as new, I will not have any questions to pay whatever amount of money will cost me the consultancy of a good professional company that will tell me, that will study, okay, what do you want to do? How do you want to do? Where do you want to do? In which countries or in which places, in which way, and advise me what are the things that I should consider. At that time, again, I had to, let's say, identify by myself, which was also a very, very hard job. But this is the best way to learn, of course. But today, I will not spend 1 minute of my time in doing these things because I prefer to spend the time in my business. So
correct. Yes. No. And I think that Dubai has gone beyond that. The only problems back then were that which company do I choose? But today, maybe you can set up a company and no free zone, no economic department will tell you all the problems that will come later.
Of course. And there are so many options also that you get confused because there is a professional license, there is free zone, there is LLC, there is service companies. There are so many different options that looks like all of them very attractive, all of them similar, but they have very different circumstances and scenarios.
But not even, because one thing is to have the license, but a problem that I see many people are facing, they are unable to open bank accounts. No one tells them from the very beginning how difficult it is to open a bank account.
Yes.
So they end up having a company and no bank account.
Yeah.
So that's something that people don't tell them. No, because if you have a company and you don't have a bank account,
sure.
What are you doing?
No. So, or not only just a bank account, from the personal point of view as well. The ID, Emirates ID, or whatever, medical insurance, or, definitely this part. And for those who are watching us, I'm going to do advertising of Maria Luz, okay? You need to have good advisor. Good advisor is something you need. And if you don't have it, you will regret of it. So whether it's Mariluz, whether it's not, but my personal experience with Mariluz was very good.
I thank you so much. But all the word I'm saying is that it's good to have everything ahead.
It's not good. It's necessary.
Be it me, be whoever, but get someone that advises you comprehensively. Not only looking at the license. Look ahead, because you need a license, but then if you don't have an Emirates ID, no one will open a bank account for you. Then when you go to the bank account, they need to explain to you that it's 10 times more difficult than in Europe. People come and say, why are they asking me all this information? No. You need to be aware of all of that.
And you are talking about things that are, common, But there are other things that are more complex, like the contract with the sponsor or the distribution agreement that you have to do with someone. So
if it can be registered or it cannot be registered.
Many things.
When you do something elsewhere, either you know how things work or get advice.
Sure.
Because otherwise, it's like you are doing business like this.
Completely.
Okay, let's jump into our quick fire round.
Okay.
Paella or mixed grills and hummus?
Well, paella, I have it in Spain. Every time I go, whenever I want to. So if I am here, hummus and mixed grill. The Arabic mezza.
Yeah, I agree. Winter or summer in Dubai?
I think this question has only one answer.
No.
Summer. Who likes to be here summer in Dubai? You?
I love water parks.
Okay. But whenever you are out of the water,
I go back to the water.
Definitely winter for me.
Yeah, but usually winter we are so busy, so much going on. So during the summer it's nice.
Okay,
also,
I agree with you. And in fact,
the traffic, the deals.
Yes. No, the work is fantastic to be here. But this is like in Spain, whenever they say
Madrid in August.
Madrid in August, you know.
Yes,
so it's the same. But Madrid in August is still you can handle. But again, for those who are listening or watching us, Dubai in August is tough.
No queues. Remember, no queues. You know, when you have to do paperwork, it's also...
Yeah, but you cannot be outdoors. So this is important thing. Your life is indoors, but not only in August.
It's a beautiful indoor.
Well, for me, this is, if you ask me, one of the things that you like less from the UAE, from living here, I will say the 6 months, not 2 months, the 6 months, you have to live indoors because it is impossible to be outdoors. Okay. However, of course, the country is prepared for having all the facilities, you know, to be, as I said, to not break the cold chain, no romper la cadena de frío, no? So even in the bus stops or the metro, wherever there is, even in the elevators, there is, or in the bathrooms, there is AC, air conditioner, but still 6 months with this temperature is not easy.
It's not easy. No, but we get used to everything. Downtown or Jumeirah for meetings?
Of course, Jumeirah.
Your favorite place for coffee?
Well, I don't drink coffee at all, even in the morning. In the morning, I drink Colacao. I never drink coffee. My wife, she loves coffee. She's a coffee lover, and I love the smell of coffee, everything, but I don't drink coffee. So if you allow me to change coffee for maybe a cigar and a glass of wine, I will tell you many places. But in winter, for example, I can say in the terrace of Tagomago, all right, after having nice lunch or nice dinner, smoking my cigar with my glass of wine in Tagomago, which is in the Palm. It's a Spanish restaurant. It has even a chiringuito. Not coffee for me, a glass of wine and cigar. Even cigar is not maybe nice to say, no, because we are promoting not very good habits, but I have to have some bad habits, right?
They say that to have one bad habit is good.
Yes.
You know, so
this is not the only one, but anyway, I will not tell you.
We'll keep it for the next.
Yeah.
For the after hours business diaries.
Good.
One hidden gem in Dubai.
I don't think it's hidden, but maybe many people do not consider very interesting or the Creek of Dubai. I like to take the boat. You can take the abras. Abras are these boats that the people is using to go from one place to another. So you can take one abra only for you and you pay 100 dirhams, whatever. And you go all along the Creek of Dubai in the evening when it's the sunset. It's amazing. And this is a very nice view of Dubai. And reminds you that you are still in the Middle East, you know, because Dubai has two parts, you know, the genuine part. This is for me the genuine part of Dubai, and of course the most sophisticated and modern part of Dubai, which is Marina and the rest of the areas. But yeah, for me, this is one of the hidden gems of Dubai. Un paseo por el creek.
Well, Creek. What does making it in Dubai mean to you?
In my case, because I came when Dubai was starting, let's put it like that. I remember there was just Burj Al Arab just was made, and people start to know Dubai because they saw two tennis players playing in the helicopter part of the Burj Al Arab. For me, having been a pioneer and having been part of the development of this country, on this city, if we're talking about Dubai, I'm talking about UAE. So this is what it means for me to make it Dubai, having been a part of the development of this city. Yeah, I was lucky to be at that time because I saw all the development of Dubai. I like things now, of course. I like things also from before, and I have a full perspective. And I think this is something that one of my assets. Let's put it like that.
You've done so much. You've been recognized by the King of Spain. You have founded the Spanish Business Council. You are the owner of El Correo del Golfo. You've been with TEKA, being part of their success in the region for a very long time. What motivates you? What are your dreams at this stage of your career?
Well, you have to have a noble purpose in your life, always. You cannot just work for your salary. Or, of course, we need to work because we need to pay the expenses, to pay the schools of our kids, to raise our family, and but you need to have a noble purpose. Everybody has different ones, and I think the work is one of the places wherever you can also develop your noble purpose. The work, I consider, is one of the most important parts of the life, or I consider this is one of the things that has more impact in your life. I split life in three parts. Your life in three parts. Well, life is made by years, years by months, months by weeks, weeks by days. And the day is three parts for me. Sleeping 8 hours, working 8 hours, private life 8 hours. But in fact, sleeping, you are not conscious. So this part is out. So the day, which is the weeks, the months, the years, the life is split in two parts, working and personal life. And at certain stage of your life, especially at the initial stage, you don't work 50% of the day and the other 50% your personal life. You work 50, 60, 70, 80%, depends. So if in the majority part of the day of your life, you are not satisfied, your life is miserable. So the work is very important. And coming back to your question, this is my motivation. I now, TEKA is starting a new stage because we have a new mother company. We've been acquired by a Chinese group, very big group. And this allows me to participate in the new plans that we have, very ambitious and very exciting plans. So I am, let's say, starting a new stage with TEKA as a regional CEO of TEKA, and I'm very excited to do it. I'm very motivated to do it. So the new stage I'm living now in the company motivates me to continue. Yes, this is one of my motivations.
Very interesting ahead for TEKA.
Yeah, thank you.
And I wish you all the best of luck. Now, I'm sure many people will want to follow your journey and what's ahead for you. How can they do that? Do you have LinkedIn, for example?
That is a rhetoric question because you know that I don't use WhatsApp. You know, I don't use social medias. And you know that I don't have even LinkedIn.
So can I be your secretary?
So if anybody wants to find me, ask around and you will find me.
Go to the socials. El Correo socials.
Okay. But no, not my socials. Okay, I am, yeah, if you Google or whatever, find it. But no, really, I am outside of this thing. I'm still capable to live my life with social networks, with Facebook, TikTok, X, whatever, with no WhatsApp and with no LinkedIn.
Life exists,
this is a fact. And I am going to be, next Monday, 60 years old. So, and I want to reach the 60 years old like that. Later on, I don't know what will happen. So, again, if anybody wants to find me, ask around. And who wants to find me, he will find me.
So thank you so much. Happy
Welcome.
birthday to you.
In advance, yeah.
You have a wonderful 59 as of today. And
you.
I wish you all the best of luck. Happy
you.
summer to you.
Thank you.
And hope to follow and be a witness of your future successes as well.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.